I was literally on my way to go train right now to go tracking with Shmoo, but I had to pull over because this thought just popped into my head. And I think it's a really important concept for both dog trainers and dog owners in training and in what we look for in training and what's really important and beneficial for our dogs to learn and to grow with. And that is the concept of stress. And the other side will have you believe that we should never put stress on our dogs, we should never put strain on our dogs, corrections or anything like that. Although they do, they sugarcoat it. But forget about them for a second. What I want to talk to you about is the pros of what we really want to grow a strong, mentally and physically healthy dog. A dog that can make good decisions, a dog that is not left out to flounder by not correcting them, by not giving them the information. And that is, the element of stress is so important. I literally just thought of this while I was driving. Your body, your muscles in your body, including your heart, need levels of stress to grow stronger. For example, you hear of people dying of heart failure because their hearts were weak. Doing things like cardiovascular exercise or weightlifting exercises are things that condition our hearts to be stronger, to help us live longer because we have a stronger heart, because we did these controlled stresses on our bodies. We exercised, we tore our muscles down, our muscles built back bigger. That's what we do every time we go to the gym, which the other side doesn't look like they go to the gym much, but that's beside the point. We go to the gym, we work out, we tear down our muscles, and we rebuild them. Now, we don't rip them and destroy them, but we do controlled stress. We put stress upon the muscle, it tears it down a little bit, it rebuilds stronger. That's really the same thing that we do to our dogs and do for our dogs. We put stress, small levels of stress on them, so that the larger level of stress won't tear the dog down. So we introduce a correction to the dog. That's a lower level of stress than what would actually happen. For example, a dog is chasing cars, we use a prong collar to correct the dog. That's a low level of stress compared to the level of stress if the dog chases the car. Now, people will have you believe that that never needs to happen. You never need to introduce that, but that's completely besides the fact. It does need to happen. Aversives need to be present in all levels of dog training. Some type of an aversive, whether it's withholding the treat or yanking the dog around on a head halter or a prong collar or an e-collar or physical spatial pressure, those are all levels of stress. But taking stress away, taking stress completely out of the picture, will in no way ever benefit any organism, any living organism, because we grow through tearing it down, rebuilding, tearing down, rebuilding. And that's something that we really want to focus on thinking about in ourselves, right? We need certain levels of stress, physical fitness and such, to make us stronger. Our dogs need certain levels of stress to grow stronger, to make better decisions. We allow them, or we correct them when we allow them to do something. We allow them to kind of go too close to the road. We put a correction on them, say, hey, that's not right. That correction now puts that level of stress to condition the dog to not do that. We really want to think about what's best for the dog. Forget about the mumbo jumbo, forget about the fancy science talk, forget about the double talk from the other side, and just think about this. I don't care how you train your dog. You must take the dog's best interest to heart. You must do what's best for your dog. Listen to everybody you want to listen to, but weigh the facts. Weigh the facts of what will benefit your dog for the dog's entire life and make the dog a stronger, healthier, happier, better dog. And I truly believe that is through fair training, fair structure, and fair corrections, and a lot of love. That's what I really believe, and that's what I think I show you in every video that I post of me and Shmooly, of me and Goofy, me and Maya, Dwayne, Jimmy, of every dog I've trained for clients, of every dog I've ever worked with in the shelter. My number one goal is always what's best for the dog. As much as I get torn down by the other side, I don't care. Let them have at it. I am in this game for one thing: what will benefit the dog the most. And I leave you with that.